What's up guys, my name is Jack, you're watching JBTCG, and today we're going to go over my top 5 Pokemon investments for the month of December. But first we got to go back in time to November and do a quick recap of my top investments for November and see how have they done over the past month. My number 5 investment for the month of November was Surging Sparks booster boxes, and since the beginning of the month on TCG Player, the prices have increased by about 30%, and right now a booster box is up around $210. I had no idea it was going to go this crazy. This is bonkers. Personally, my investment has increased around 85 to 90% in value because I got in before November in pre-orders, so I'm very thankful for that. But if I were to rate this on a scale from A to F, I wouldn't even rate it on A to F. I'd call this an S tier investment. And even if you bought it at market price, 30% in 1 month is still great. And I want to make this very clear for anyone who may be new. This is not normal. 90%, 85% increases within a month, that does not happen very often. This is a very special time. We're in a very special era of Pokemon. Prismatic Evolutions is coming up, which has already gone insane. There's hype for the Rocket set, there's hype for the Battle Partners set, the Black and White set. 2025 is looking stacked, and this is just the beginning. My number 4 pickup was Twilight Masquerade sleeve booster packs, and these have only increased 6% over the month. But market price is right around $4.50 a pack, where I could get them for around $3.50 per pack. So although market price hasn't increased very much, I've been able to find great deals on these sleeve booster packs. I still think right now is a great time to buy Twilight Masquerade, whether it's booster boxes or sleeve packs, just because there's all this hype into all these other places, and Twilight Masquerade is kind of taking a backseat. Eventually, people will come back to it, and it will shoot to the moon. We saw this with all the Sword and Shield sets over the past 6 months. They surged in price, I think it was maybe March or April, and then they kind of stagnated while hype was going elsewhere. And then since in the past month or so, they have gone absolutely parabolic. I think Fusion Strike is around like $280, Lost Origins up near $240, $250. It's going crazy, keep your eye on it. Now overall, if I were to rate this investment on a scale of A to F, I'd put this in B tier, where I have gotten good prices. If I wanted to sell them now, I'd have decent margins, but we haven't seen any crazy moves like Surging Sparks and some of the other ones we'll talk about. At number 3, I had Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs at retail from the Pokemon Center, which if you don't know is $60 a box. Since then, prices have gone up to around $110 a box on the secondary market, which is around a 70% gain. This is also just bonkers. Surging Sparks across the board. If you put money into it in the beginning of the month, you made money by the end. This investment, I'm also going to put an S in A tier. I think this has great long-term potential, it has great promo cards. People really love the set. People are definitely going to come back to it and collect this box. So overall, I think this was a great investment. Number 2 is Paldean Fates booster bundles, but me personally, I changed my focus to Crown Zenith booster bundles. Either way, you did absolutely phenomenal over this month. Paldean Fates booster bundles increased by around 35%, and Crown Zenith booster bundles increased by around 30%. But the thing with Crown Zenith booster bundles was they were available on the TikTok shop for much cheaper than retail. I picked up 19 in total with an average cost between $20 and $22. Paldean Fates, you just couldn't get those deals. They weren't available for that low of a price. And since then, Paldean Fates booster bundles have gone up to around $43, and Crown Zenith have gone up to around $37. So whichever you put your money into was absolutely fantastic. I'd rate these an A tier investment. Both these sets are great. And Crown Zenith is a sleeper in my opinion. I see a lot of people talking about other things, but I've been dumping my money into Crown Zenith because right now it's cheap and eventually it won't be. My number 1 investment for the month of November was Crown Zenith Sea and Sky collections. Funnily enough, these only increased in 11% in MSRP over the month. But that doesn't really matter because MSRP is already well above what you can buy them for at retail. Retail is around $40, and right now the resale value on eBay or secondary marketplaces is around $66. And if you're doing the math, 14 packs for $40 plus taxes comes out to $3 a pack. This special set is too fun to open with amazing chase cards. It will not stay this low for very long, and I'm going to get in on it while I can. Overall, I'd rate it an A to A- investment. It's not quite as good as Surging Sparks, but $3 a pack is amazing to me. That wraps up my recap for November. We did pretty amazing this month. I think this is our best month yet, pretty much across the board. And I hope that you guys invested in some products and made some money, or just got some products for your collection. It's a great time to be in the hobby. But now we're going to move on to my top 5 investments for the month of December. At number 5, I have Terastal Festival booster boxes under $65. That is an important distinction to make because if you're buying them at $85, $90, I don't think that's a great investment. And FYI, I've already pre-ordered some Terastal Festival and all of that was under $65, even some under $50 per box. Now let me break down real quick why I think this set is great. 1, you have textured Master Ball and Pokeball reverse foils and they look amazing. 2, you get 1 SIR per box. And 3, there are Eevee God Packs. Everything I've seen and I've heard about this set is amazing. My only hangup is if Prismatic Evolutions in English has everything that the Japanese set has, Terastal Festival will just end up playing second fiddle to the English version. 151 Japanese was able to avoid this because it had the Master Ball and Pokeball reverse foils and English didn't. But we know that these foils are going to come to the English version. If God Packs also come to English and pull rates are high for the special illustration rares, then Terastal Festival will have nothing over Prismatic Evolutions, and the only incentive to buy it would be that it's cheaper. So that's the only reason that this isn't higher up on the list, but overall, I still think that this is a great investment. And don't worry, if you feel like you've missed out and you've missed out on the great prices, the Japanese printers roll extremely heavily on high-class sets throughout the entire next year or even year and a half. I mean, we've seen Shiny Treasure EX get reprinted into the ground. That was a set that on release was like $80 to $70 a box, and then it crashed down to like, you can get it for like $30 a box. Now, am I saying that Terastal Festival will end up at $30 a box? Absolutely not. But 151 Japanese, which was $200 a box, got reprinted down all the way to like $50 to $60 per box. So if you're worried that you've missed out on the Terastal Festival train, I wouldn't be. It'll probably get reprinted and there will probably be a ton of it in stock. And there's always Prismatic Evolutions coming in the next month. Moving on to number 4, this is going to be a little bit of a switch up. This is going to be Chilling Reign booster boxes under $220. And let me break down as to why. It's a great set with massive depth. The top chase card is extremely expensive, and on top of that, other sets from the Sword and Shield era with similar total set values are spiking in price. Chilling Reign has kind of had less hype than Lost Origin and Fusion Strike, and because of that, I think it's underrated, and I also think it's heavily undervalued at $210 to $220 a box, which is what you can find it on eBay for right now. In my opinion, that is a great deal for a Chilling Reign box. Because if you just look at the numbers and the prices on the singles for this set, the value is there, but the booster box price hasn't quite shot up yet. Moving on to number 3, these are going to be the Legendary Powers Premium Collections. These are $40 massive collection boxes, same as the Sea and Sky collections. These have 40 packs, including Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, and Silver Tempest. It also comes with some promo cards of Zacian and Zamazenta, and for $40, it's an insanely good deal. If you're really confined for space, keeping them sealed is probably not for you, but fortunately, you can break these down into packs and they will have value. Lost Origin, I think, is at like $6 a pack. Brilliant Stars is around $5. Silver Tempest, $4.50 a pack. And to get all of that for $40 is a great deal. If you're someone who does rip-in ships or streams, these are a great product to where you don't have to shell out a ton of money for a booster box and pay a premium. You can just get these, get legit packs. I mean, for $40, you get 14 packs, which comes out to $3 a pack for some really hyped alt art sets. That's a great deal to me. I have actually already pre-ordered 6 of these because I have Walmart Plus, and I think they're going to ship around the 20th. So look out for them. They might come back into stock. I'm not really sure on that. Moving on to number 2, this is going to be Silver Tempest booster boxes at retail from the Pokemon Center. If you don't know, that is $143 for Sword and Shield sets. The current market price for Silver Tempest is over $170. And I want to give you guys a little tidbit of information about this $170 price tag. When Sword and Shield booster boxes break that $170 barrier, if you want to call it, they become flippable. It means that you can buy them from the Pokemon Center and immediately flip them on secondary markets like eBay, TCG Player, Facebook Marketplace, and make money. And this is exactly what happened to Lost Origin, I think 6 months ago at this point. So personally, I'm gonna look up to pick up some Silver Tempest booster boxes, but one note, if you are gonna buy from the Pokemon Center, generally their shipping practices aren't great. They just throw a booster box inside of a box. Sometimes they put packaging inside, sometimes not. So it can come damaged and that can impact the value of your investment. So just keep that in mind, that is a risk. Moving on to number 1, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you know what this is going to be. It's Sea and Sky Collections for $40. This is the last in-stock product that is holding the price of Crown Zenith down. The booster bundle reprint came and went. Booster bundles crashed to below $30 per, and now they're up almost at $40. On top of this, ETBs are over $60 now, and the market value for pretty much every other Crown Zenith product is between $5 and $6 per pack. And Sea and Sky Collections are still at $3 per pack. I'm going to say they're a good investment, and I'm going to continue to pick them up until they are 100% gone. I'll sound like a broken record, but I will not care one bit. 14 packs of one of the greatest modern sets, one of the most fun sets to open in general, very Generations-esque, for $40 is insane. You don't get a better price per pack for special sets than this. Even if there's deals, rarely do you get special sets for $3 a pack, unless they're garbage like Shrouded Fable. I can't wait to look back on this in a year when people are like, dang, I really missed out on Crown Zenith. It was there for so long and I just never bought any. And I'm going to be sitting there with my 500 plus packs of Crown Zenith just laughing to the bank. Also, side note, I don't know what happened, but these two cards have gone up like 30-50% in value in the past week. Mewtwo went from like $56 a card to $80, and the Pikachu went from $8 to $20. Crown Zenith is going crazy, and anyone who says that Crown Zenith doesn't have demand they're off their rocker. And real quick before I go, let me show you that I'm actually serious about investing in Sea and Sky collections. Well, here's the proof of all of my Sea and Sky collections. Comment down below what your top investment is for the month of December. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay safe out there.